Alright, so today we're going to be replacing a wheel bearing hub assembly on a 2018 Volkswagen Atlas. I already went ahead and pre-loosened up some of the parts here, so I need to remove the caliper here and then the caliper bracket. So let's go ahead and remove those. It's a 13 millimeter. I removed these two bolts here. And then you got, take this guy off here. So don't forget about this little bracket here that holds the brake hose there, brake fluid hose. So it's this guy right here. Like that. Just take that off. Set those aside. For those who might be confused how to get this thing out, you have to pull it back. I just get it up and over. So there, it's out. So let's get the caliper out here. Allows you to have more slack getting this caliper out, so that you're not pulling on the hose. And once you do get that up, get that off, what I like to do is I zip tie it, which is recommended because you don't want to, damage the hose connecting to the caliper here. So I'm gonna hang up there. Hang up there like so. All right. So I already pre-loosened the bolts that are in the back. Caliper bracket. It's a 20 millimeter, but it's equivalent to a 13/16, which I didn't have a 20, so 13/16 socket worked just fine. Get that off. You can actually leave the brake pads in them because they're in the retaining clips, so those can stay there. And if you don't want to lose them, just put the bolts in the bracket, but those are just fine. Alright, so I already went ahead and broke free the nut and the axle nut here. So if you don't have one of these Milwaukee impacts, then hey, get one, because they're wonderful for removing axle bolts. That guy, that out. Then seen a lot of previous videos of removing wheel bearing hub assemblies, and a lot of folks would remove the lower ball joint from the control arm just to loosen that up, and then you know, give it some space to, you know, just give us more room to be able to get the axle out and everything. But what I found out, because I already did the driver's side, by the way, didn't need to. I left everything assembled, and all I did was just turn my steering wheel and made some space, moved it around, made space for the bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this rotor here. We are. Let's go ahead and remove a brake dust plate. Then the next thing you want to do is take out that speed cable there. You want to be careful because it can break, so don't put too much tension on it. Just be gentle with it. It also has a T30 Torx bit, Torx screw, just like your brake dust plate. Comes out easy. Kind of wiggle it. Also, what I like to do before I actually move it, just because, kind of just clean the area before removing it. That's what I like to do. You don't have to, but it's up to you. Has some grease on it. Just like to wipe it off, keep it clean. That's good. Hang where the brake hose was, keep it out of the way. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is, because most people would probably tell you to remove the lower ball joint here at the end of the control arm, and basically pry it down, all that stuff, to make space. But there's no need to do that. So what I'm gonna do is unlock my steering wheel, so turn the ignition on, and turn the steering wheel all the way to the left side so that I can make some space. So, just a second. Okay, so steering wheel's all the way to the driver's side, to the left. So, this side isn't as easy as the driver's side to get the axle pulled out, so you could take a flathead, or like I got a pry bar. Medium-sized pry bar. What is this, like 12-inch maybe? So I just put it alongside of the that's front of the axle, and then I push it up. And it comes right out. We're just doing that so you can make a little space to gain access to the screws. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up these bolts here. Alright, so for you who have not seen these bolts, they are M12 triple square bits, and they're like specialty bits. So for those who haven't seen it before, they look like this. Sorry, video's not too clear, but you can kind of make it out. So don't confuse this with a Torx bit, because those Torx bits are only stars. So you can see the difference. There's 6 sides on the Torx bit. Then there's I believe 12. So don't confuse that. For those who like to work on their own vehicles, make sure you carry a triple square bit set. They come in real handy. So come in handy. So we'll get one. So just let me get these off, and I'll show you aftermath.